Welcome. I was so busy on my laptop. Hi, Sally, welcome. This is the Paramistic, the Holy Church. And today we're going to talk about the crucifix. Yes, the crucifix. Uh, let me see if I can find myself. One moment, please. Hi, Ilse, welcome. Yeah, there it is. Okay. As I said, today we're going to talk about the crucifixion. No, the crucifix. I'm sorry. For the people who don't know what crucifix is, that is the cross. The cross. Oh, suddenly suddenly I'm bigger. I don't know what happened here, but okay, that's okay. Welcome, darlings. It's Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday. And as I said, and it is there. Today we're going to talk about the crucifix. The crucifix is really, it exists for a long time already. And Sally is laughing her off. The crucifix is coming from, well, it's invented by the Persians, and the Romans took it for their own use. And in the original thing for the crucifix was that robbers and slaves and those kind of people were hanged on the crucifix. And as I said, it's invented by the Persians, and the Romans took it their thing. And well, what did they do? They hanged Jesus on it. I really need to watch if I can see it. This is one of mine. I think I have more than 50 crucifixes in all kinds of shapes and forms. For me, it's a beautiful thing. I collect them. So if somebody wants to get rid of their crucifix, please think of me. That little thing behind you, yeah, I do. Huh? That little thing behind, yay, I do. What do you mean, Sally? Hello, Diana. Hello there. The crucifix is very important, and but it's also very powerful. We had a little time ago, there was this. I don't know exactly what it was, but I think it was a church, and it burned down. It was in France, and later on, I saw this picture, and the church was burned down, and the crucifix was just untouched. So that means that it is really powerful. And for me, you said I was laughing my blah blah of okay behind yes is forgiven. Okay, well, very nice. I know they found only 2 nails, but well, it's certain that it was 3 nails, because they also had to do the feet, of course, the feet of Jesus. As you can see, you have. I really need to adjust myself about. Yeah, here it is. Here's one. There's another, and of course the feet. 3 nails, and you know, I have my whole house. As I said, I have more than 50 of those, and my whole house is really full of crucifixes, and I feel the power of it. It's huge, really huge. We spoke about that yesterday in your Dutch live session. So today I have the crucifix that inherited from my father. Yes, very good, Ilse. Next to my bed, just saw that tonight's show is about crucifix. So I believed that that was a sign for me to see this live on Paramistic. Well, I need to say to this, Ilse, please hang it above your head. The above your head. Yeah, that's a bit strange, but if you lay down on your bed, let's say that I'm laying down on my pillow, then it needs to be on the wall behind you, above your head. Dus boven je hoofdeinde. I had to say it in Dutch, sorry. Hi Joke, hi another Joke. We have two jokes. Ladies and gentle peeps. I understand above the head. Yes, 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 yes. Why? Let me tell you why you need to do this above your head. Because if you're going to sleep, then no. First, well, wait a minute, Art. Shift it back. um, before you go into the no, so it's a bit difficult to switch things in English. If you come to into if you're so sorry, oh my God, love them too. That's for sure. If you come into your body, that's the one. Your soul is bigger than your body, so there's always a little piece that from your soul leaving behind in heaven. There's a special bed where your soul is lying, and well, as I said, a little piece of your soul stays there. And if you go to sleep, then your soul is going back to the place where your little bit of soul is staying there, so you can be whole again. And then I hear people thinking, oh, wait a minute, I go out of my body. Yes, you go out of your body. You don't notice. Okay, there are a few people who notice this, but then you are really very strong, of course. But you go back to your original self. And when it's time, let's say your alarm clock is going off, or you need to go to the toilet or whatever, your spiritual guide makes sure that you go back into your body where you need to be. So if you put a crucifix above your head, that means that the body stays back. If you're going to sleep, yeah, in your bed, that means that our lovely Lord Jesus is protecting you, your body. So that's very important. And I know there are people who are a little bit lost if you don't have this crucifix above your head. Hi, Dwayne, welcome. Now, is it not the end of the world if you don't have a crucifix above your head? But it is just to make sure that you are protected, because protection is so important, you know. I think it's very important. And as you know, that I work with a lot of souls. And of course, lost souls are always trying to do something, you know, because yeah, they have this frustration, anger, and those kind of things. But if you are protected, then you know for sure that God will, and Jesus, of course, and the angels will protect you. The crucifix is for me very important. Of course, it's not only for me, but if you see the churches, for example, if you go to the old churches we have here in Dordrecht in Holland, we have this very old church, and we call it the big church, and it's so beautiful, and there are so many beautiful crucifixes. A lot of churches I went to and photographed the crucifixes, because for me it's so fascinating. It's not only fascinating because of the power that it meant that it gives, but also I'm a very old soul, and I was there when Jesus went on the cross. And this is many times confirmed already, and also by other people. And for me, it is well, some kind of symbol that I was there. I was looking at Jesus when he came into the cross, when he was nailed to the cross, I should say, to the crucifix. And well, for me, it's a bit like going back into time, you know, and it is going back into time because, as I said, my soul is very old. Wow, a beautiful story, goosebumps. Thank you. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome, darling. We're talking about the crucifixes today because it's needed. It's needed that people need to know that there is power in the crucifix. There is power in the cross. There's a lot of power. As I said, my whole house is hanging full with crucifixes, and a lot of people who come here into this house, they right away, if I open my front door and they like this, wow, what an energy. And that has to do with all the crucifixions that I have here. Also, of course, a little bit of my own energy. Sorry. I need to walk in a little high shoe now. When I walk into a church, I feel everything, the whole story. Yeah, that's what I said, and it's so funny. We have here in Dordrecht, as I said, the big church, and there's this painting of Jesus. And well, I live here for a long time, at least 36 years in Dordrecht, and I used to go to the church and just climb the stairs. We can watch all over Dordrecht, and never watched what's on the walls. But now I'm much older and I'm talking about last century, when I was a little boy, a little bit younger. And I saw this painting of Jesus on the cross, and the funny thing, and it's not so funny, but it is funny. The painting, his face is not there. If I go to this painting, I see his face. So when I was starting to utilize my gifts, let's say, I was really stupid, a little bit, blonde, as they say, blonde hair. I make a picture of this crucifixion, this beautiful art painting, because I saw the face of Jesus. And then I make the picture, and I came home and said to my friend, look, I have a beautiful painting in our church here with Jesus. And they said, how do you know it's Jesus? I said, yeah, well, you can see his face. Yeah, I don't know how you call this, but you understand what I'm saying, with all the spikes in it. And he said, yeah, but I don't see a face. I said, oh, of course. I see the face, you don't see the face. And that was for me really wow, it was really wow. I was astounded. It's a symbol of payment of the ultimate sacrifice to save humankind, and the protection of that sacrifice is all in crucifixes. True. And there is a lot of, I have them also not now here with me, but they also usually is inri here. And that means that Jesus is on the cross. Why do you think I hear church bells even there, if there are any, even in the middle of the night? Well, that means, and now I see Diana from you, a past life. This is the first time I see a past life of you. And that means that you were, like Sally, you were a nun. And you are praying. And so every time you hear the bells, the nuns are going to pray. And this is something really, Diana, we know each other for many, many, many years already. We worked together. We had a lot of fun together. And this, again, this is the first time I see this. But that's because of you are writing this. And now I understand you a little bit more also from your past. It's nice to know, Diana, you were a nun in past lives. Beautiful. That's beautiful. For example, I also have a life in the church, and I was, I need to now ask Google Translate. I'm sorry. One moment. Pater. Oh, I was a father, as they say. In Dutch, it's pater. I was a father in the church, and I had this. It's not for nothing that I'm bald, but I had this. In those Middle Ages, they had this plant pot, and they cut the hair like a little round here. So that was my hair look then. A nun, welcome in our special club. Yeah, definitely. As a small child, I always loved to go to churches, also with my grandmother. visiting the Dome Tower. Oh, that's very nice. The Dome is fantastic. And felt a big connection with it. Because Dwayne, you are also very connected with the church. Also, I see from your past life. I don't know what's happening here, but there's a lot of past lives going in my mind and my feelings and everything. Dwayne, you also had a past life in the church. Oh, that's nice. I hear you. That's the one. I don't speak French. The only French thing I know is la future. And piep de étoile of étoile, the piep de étoile. You see, I cannot speak French. Yeah, taxi is also a French word. But could you please translate it, Ilse? Because I don't know what it is. And Ilse is laughing her ass off. Ted de Moines of zoiets. Churches and chapels, my favorite places when I was a young girl. You know, every time that somebody says, "Yeah, you come to me, to come to my place, come visit me," and I always say, "I want to visit the church." I have so many pictures from me in churches, really. Churches and chapels, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take the translating. Let me translate what you are saying. I need to search for French. Voulez-vous? Tête de Moine. You know, it's funny. It says here, less head. That is funny. That's really funny. Less head, yeah. Let me see if you can see it. Less head, you see? Okay, I can say something about this, but then we are going to have a totally different show. I heard often I was a priest in past lives, Art, and that's correct. Confirmation for you. I think you get the goosebumps now. Definitely true. The first man to be saved before Jesus committed his spirit was the thief that was hanging on the cross next to him. Yeah. Thus, when we see Golgotha paintings, we see 3 crosses. Definitely true. Yeah. Lol. That's the monk hairstyle. Even a French cheese is named to it. Oh, really? I didn't know this. Wow. But okay, it's less head in English. I have art. Hey, be careful. I can see the French line. The French line? What do you mean you can see the French line? You know, I was thinking before we started the show, and I constantly saw goosebumps. Okay, you see? Constantly, I saw Jesus walking with his cross on his shoulder, you know, and he went for a very long trip because the cross was so heavy. But also, he was, of course, yeah, molested. I think I am saying the right word here. And please don't hang me up if I don't say the correct word in English. But well, you know, there are still people who are doing this walk and with the cross and everything. And I understand what they want to feel and everything. But is it necessary? You know, because Jesus did it for us already. So why do you need to go through it also? I understand it a little bit, but also that's my question. I was a witch. Yeah, definitely a witch bitch. You're talking about someone who was typing French, but I can't see it now nowhere. Okay. How is who? Yeah, okay. You know, Joke, you were a witch, true. I was also a witch in a past life. I have two women, and they are friends now of mine, and we all 3 were 3 sisters. because in the past life I was more than once woman. Where is Whoopi? All the nuns. Sister Act. Well, I'm a little bit of a Sister Act. It's really funny. It is the best. I have 1 and 2 on DVD, but that's another story. You know, as I said, when you go to a church, and maybe I can show you. I need to search a little bit, because I was not so long ago in this beautiful church. And okay, I need to say that sometimes I have strange faces when I make those pictures. So bear with me there. But for me, I'm hooked on old churches, especially if they are very old, you know. It is, but it would be very nice to have my own church. And I have a friend, and he said, yeah, I want to buy this little church. There was this church for sale. And he said, yeah, I want to make my home of it. And I said, oh, wow, that's great. That's fantastic, you know. But luckily, he couldn't buy it. Luckily, ashamed. He couldn't buy it because it was too much money for him. There are those pictures. I should do my homework earlier. Oh, here I am. Let me see if I can find one with the cross on the background. Yeah, I hope you can see it. You see, there's this. There it is. And really, if I'm in a church, it feels powerful, and especially, as I said, yeah, the crucifixes, they are really fantastic. They have this they have a hold on me. But that's me personally. I'm sorry. Yes, Sally. Exactly. It is Sandra and Natalie. Yeah, those are my sisters, soul sisters. We are really soul sisters. I know. So what Aad is saying, this is the paramystic version of Sister Act with star Aadlol. Sister Aad. I was also a witch and also a nun in past lives. Definitely, I hear a few of your past lives. You have a few lives on those, so that's very good. Starting Sister Act theme song at the stake. Yeah, definitely. I love visiting churches and chapels. Light a candle for myself and for people that I love. I have the same, definitely. Make wishes, sit down and be silent and peaceful. True. But every time when I sit, this is really funny. Every time I sit in a church, just by myself, you know, because I go to churches when nobody is there, because I love it. So I don't have this attention. And every time when I sit on those benches and looking around and praying a little bit, you know, thinking and feeling the power, and there's this guy coming to me, a priest. So how are you doing and everything, you know? I attract those people really. But if I tell them, yeah, I have a special gift from God, then right away, oh, you cannot do this, and it is not good, blah blah blah. And I tell them, but listen, it is in the Bible. It is in the Bible. We all are gifted, by the way. We all are gifted. And it is on you if you want to go further with this gift or not. And in the Bible, they say, it's not in the Bible. It is in the Bible, really. So do I. This is a convention. Yeah. This is a convention. You know, somebody asked me, should I, he had no money, and he said, yeah, but if you tell me I should hang this cross above my head on my bed, above a pillow, can I also make some branches and make a cross from the branches? I said, yes, well, why not? Of course. If you took it away, but I told him that you can do this, but don't break branches of a tree. Just use the branches that are lying underneath the tree already, because it's useless to break them off a tree while it's living. And he made this. Yeah, I don't have the picture of it, but he made a beautiful one, really a beautiful one, and he put those little leaves in it, and it was plastic leaves. Okay, I grant you, it was plastic. So I told him, yeah, but that's plastic. And I said, but okay, if it works for you, then it works for you. And it was really fantastic. It's beautiful. So it inspired me. It inspired me to make my own cross. But yeah, art is not art if art would have something special. I want to make a big one, a huge one. And yeah, that requires big branches, very big one. So I cannot do this in this little tiny apartment I have. In my next house, I will do this. All dried flowers, that's a good one, a very good tip. Definitely is. All of 12 of the apostles were gifted by the Holy Spirit and was charged to go out and teach others to use the gift as well. Yeah, and for me, it's a shame. But yeah, these days, it's okay to be paranormal. Almost everybody is open for it. It's now gone so far that people are also on the television with their own gifts to help other people. And Joke de Krijger, she is one of them. She's one, for me, very famous here in Holland. And she is on the television. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm sorry. I have this little bit of cold, and it came down to my throat. So if somebody has a question about crucifixion or something, just ask. You can just ask. In the meantime, I know I had some information, and it's gone already. Oh, no, it's gone. That's a shame. I wanted to give you some more information about the crosses, the crucifixion. Don't become sick. No. Sometimes I have this throat, but that's okay. If somebody has a question about the crucifix, please ask them. And now I want to tell you, why do I choose this one? Because I have a lot of them on my wall. For me, this is a special one. When I bought this one, it was in Den Haag on this marketplace, and it was all with cheap stuff and everything. And this one was laying there also. I never saw a black crucifixion with a white Jesus on it. They are usually brown or metal. And for me, it was, boing, this one needs to go with art. And this is my favorite. That's why I show it to you. This is my all-time favorite. It's so beautiful. Wait a minute. Ik die mijn best zie je Engels. Joke, I don't know exactly what you're writing there. Sending you a little love to get well again. That's okay, darling. That's okay. It's just a little throat thing. That's all. So, do you all have a crucifixion? Now, I know Ilse have one already, but does everybody else has a crucifixion? Let us know. Let us know. Do you all have a crucifixion? You know, for me, it started when I used to have my house full with skulls. It was in my dark period, and it was also in my drug period. And I overcome this all, and I throw away all the skulls. I had really beautiful one, but I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's negative. And then I stumbled on a little like this metal cross, and thinking, I take this with me. And from there on, every time I see a crucifixion and I don't have, I need to have it, you know. And I usually buy them when they are very cheap. I have only one that is cost me dearly, and that's the one that Matthias used in his church ceremonies. And he wanted to do it away. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute! This crucifixion, you cannot sell it to anybody. I want it. You need to sell it to me." And it's a big one, and it's very heavy, so that's why I don't show it to you because it's too much. But it's a beautiful one, really. Oh, what? A small one on my necklace. Yeah, I have it too. I got this one. It's just a cross from my mother. So I have it also on my neck. Respect to you, though. Dwayne, I should say. Hi, Evelyn. That you overcome. Well, you know, I think a lot of people have in the past to deal with drugs or alcohol, and it all has to do with what happened in your um, uh, earlier life. You know, if you had a lot of problems like I did with, well, I was, first of all, I'm gay. Second of all, I was 120 kilos, so that's 214 pounds, Dave. And of course, I had this Jew nose, as they say here in Holland. So it was a little bit heavy, not only with friends and out in the outside world, but also in the family and everything, you know. And I overcome this. Of course, I overcome this. But before I overcame this, I went to search to myself into the drugs so I could go into my own world, you know. And I realized that this was the wrong thing to do. So I overcome this and I throw this stuff out of my life. And suddenly I found God and Jesus and Mary and the angels and everything. And well, it made me better. It made me more not so deprimed, not so down and depressing. And now I only see the light. Even though there is black around me, I do this specially so you can see all the white letters. Otherwise, you cannot read them. I hate it to sit in the black really, but there's no other way. Even kijken. Dwayne, I firmly believe there is a difference in being religious and living the best life for Jesus as a Christian. True, very true. Here, a big crucifix with Jesus hanging on our sleeping room. Very good. To be numbed. I love you as you are. Well, I love you too, as you are. My grandmother was very Catholic. My grandparents were Roman Catholics. Do I say this good? Yeah, I say this good. So also like you. And she even had a Rosenkranz necklace with crucifix. Yeah, I understand this one. Hanging at her bed. I am not raised religious, so I am not used to having crucifixes in the house. For me, it still feels a bit strange having a crucifix above my bed. Well, you need to embrace it. It is important for you. I don't want to push things to you. Definitely not. I have the one grandparents that were not always going to church. The other grandparents always go to church, and always when we go to church with our grandparents, and really, I'm really, really sorry that I did this. I have to tell you this. I was really a little boy in the last century, really little boy. I think was maybe 7, 8 years, something like this. And there was this sack that came around, so you can put money in it. Well, oh my God, I got money out of it. I'm really ashamed. Okay, I can tell this because now I'm a little bit older, just a little bit. And for now, I already redeemed myself. The Holy Night to the church with Fiona. Oh, that's very nice. It's really beautiful to hear that people put energy out of it. Yeah, and it is beautiful to take the energy of it. You need to put the church, not only, no, I say it wrong. You need to put God in your heart. And we have all these buildings. You were a child, yeah, definitely. You have all this building and the churches and everything, and yeah, people are coming to the churches, and they all say, "Yeah, we need to go to church." But let me tell you one thing: the church is in me. The church is in you. You don't have to go, especially to this building, to worship our beautiful God, because it's already in you. But I know a lot of people are wanted to go and be together, and that's also very important, like we are doing here on Facebook, on whatever we are doing. It's important, I think. You believe the same. Well, that's good. That's fantastic. That's good. As long as you feel the love from God in your heart, you're golden. You're golden. Definitely. Definitely. I'm telling Fiore the story from Jesus and God. That's a good thing because little children need to know this. I know there is, it's all in you. Exactly. As I see the people around me, I know a lot of people don't go to church anymore here in Holland. It's all getting smaller and smaller, the amount of people who are going to the church. And it's okay if you don't want to go to church, but embrace God in your heart because that's important. And if you choose to learn your children about God, then you are in my book. Fantastic. Well said, Aunt. God is in all of us, and people who want to go, it's also good. Nothing is wrong. True, true. It is very important that we are ambassadors of Christ and God. It's very vital to teach our young ones. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah, if I see the young ones now on street and everything, and I hear them talk, the only word that they hear in Holland saying to each other, "Cancel this, cancel that, cancel this, cancel that," and it's irritating me. And I cannot say about anything about it because it's youth. They are still growing, and suddenly they're gonna get at my age, and then they are going to think, "Hey, wait a minute, it's bad to say this word." It attracts yeah, negativity, and if you are negative, then negativity will come to you. If you are positive, then positivity will come to you. That's my really belief, and it is like this. So that's funny. This chain I have, and this cross what I have here, if I don't have it around me on my neck, I feel really naked. Even though I am fully clothed, I feel naked. Why do I keep feeling Veronica's energy? I don't know who's Veronic. You need to tell me a little bit more, Sylvia, because I'm in totally different energy now. Apparently, if you feel Veronica and Veronique's energy, apparently she's with you. And I get this ring in my ear now. So that's confirmation. Every day, all of us are in the spiritual war between good and evil. No one is immune from this war. True, very true. I have really, with Matthias, that's the one who was on the show the other time. Matthias is a really dear friend of mine. And I was in his apartment a few years ago, and I saw we got attacked. But because of Matthias's very strong belief, of course, because he is from the church, and my gift together, and I was seeing all kinds of things trying to get into his house, and his house was really protected, and that was so nice to see. It's not nice to see that they are attacked, but it's nice to see how the protection is there from God. You know, it was really very nice to see. My Sally, my two youngest are always saying, "Mom, God loves us night." Right. Yes, he does. He's kind of our father, right? And then I see the smile on their little faces when I say yes. Wow, fantastic. It is really nice. Okay, yeah, Veronique has passed away. Well, if you feel that she's there with you, then she is there with you. And you can feel it by yeah, the goosebumps if you think of her, or you feel this cold air, uh, especially on the lower legs, then she is there, definitely. That's something else, you know. A lot of souls don't believe in God and the angels and everything. And I have this friend, and we walking with our dogs, and she believes not in God. She don't believe in Jesus or in Mary or those kind of things. And but what she believe in is energy. She believes there's this energy. Well, let me tell you, a lot of people don't believe, and you know where they end up? In heaven. And then their belief is coming back. Again, Sylvia, condolences. I don't know exactly how you say this in English. My condolences. Gecondoleerd. I just say it on Dutch. So if there is maybe somebody who has a question, Jesus has a very strong healing. Definitely, but don't forget that Mary also has a very strong healing. And it's not only Jesus who heals, it's also Mary who heals. Mary, I think they both have their own department of healing, you know? And ever since she died on December 4, I have felt her very cold. Then she is with you. And Sylvia, yes, condolences. Okay, so I'd say it right. You know, Sylvia, why don't you just let the feeling come to you? She's only there to say that she loves you, and I also protection. She's also there for protection. And I do believe, and now I'm going to read this really. I do believe also she's trying to say something to you, but it's only for you to see or hear or feel. So, Sylvia, go and put yourself a little candle on, little incense, take a picture, and feel what she wants to say to you. Into the Christian church every Sunday, these happening miracles there are in the church. What? I'm to the Christian church every Sunday, so you go every Sunday to the church. There's happening miracle. There are miracles happening in the church. Well, that's beautiful. Miracles happens also. I don't want to put myself high, but around me are also miracles happening because every Wednesday when I go live, or every time when I go live, I should say, there are always little miracles by giving somebody a card or giving somebody healing. For me, those are really miracles. And I always say that's God's magic. Sylvia, find a quiet spot, some soft music, light a few candles, close your eyes, take a deep breath and meditate on her. Yeah, also a very good one, the meditation on her. Yeah, definitely. Dwayne, have a time continuing this beautiful show out. I have visitors. Oh, wait a minute. Have a blessed evening. Okay, so go back to your visitors. Have a nice day. Blessings to you. Now I've lost a little bit what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I know. It's all about energy of the crucifix, because we were talking about crucifix, but today it's the crucifix. So if you don't feel the energy of the crucifix, you can also take it in between your hands and focus. And as I always say, take 3 good deep breaths into the nose and out through the big mouth. And focus on the energy, because there is energy for you in every crucifix you have, even though it's a little as this one. Even though it's a little as this one. She died in a terrible way. I have a photo of her here with a candle. She will be buried on Saturday. I can't be with her. You know, Sylvia, even though you cannot be with her, because as I've said so many times in my lives, they see and hear everything and know everything, and they also, especially Veronique, do know why you cannot be there. So you are forgiven. You know, I understand that's a terrible way of dying. It's really it's the way of life. It's the way of your soul. Your soul needs to go through those emotions. It's very hard what I'm saying here. I understand this because not everybody can handle this. Granted, but do know she is in your heart, and that's the most important thing. When my peanut went, he's so much in my heart, really. And today I got this telephone. I didn't want to talk about my personal life, but today I got this telephone from the hospital that my mother has a little stroke again. And I was talking with my brother and my sister, and I said to them, "Oh, there's somebody at the door. I need to go really for a moment, yeah? Please bear with me." Oh, yeah. Okay. I was talking with my brother and my sister. It's very hard what I'm going to say now, but my mother gets every time a little seizure. And she's really, yeah, on the end of her life. And I need to accept this. And my mother also. And my mother was calling me later on today. after I was talking with my brother and my sister. And she said, Art, the doctor says that I get this more and more. And she says, I'm not that young girl anymore. So the end is near. I said, Mama, you are true. The end is near. But you're still alive now. Thank God that you're still alive. But you need to accept that one day the life stops. And it stops for everyone. There is a time that life is going to stop for everyone. But I say this, it's life now. Because your soul is going on living. And I don't feel sad or anything, I had more hurt from my little doggy than from my mother. I know it sounds very strange, but also it has to do with what kind of things that were done to me in the past by her. So I leave it for that for now. And, as I said, the soul is going on. So even though we're going to die, the soul is going on and going back to another life. Unless you have the last life. That's another story, of course. What you are writing here. When Saturday is the day you need to take this time to meditate on her and have disclosure and love. Well, there's your answer, Sylvia. When somebody dies, the souls visits everyone who loved that person. That's true. Very true. Yeah. Hi, Patricia. Welcome back. Wait a minute. I'm at work, but have been listening to you, catching some of the conversations. You are such a positive and beautiful soul. Well, you know what it is, since we all are very beautiful souls because we are all from the same power of God, the power of love. And like Frankie Goes to Hollywood sings about the power of love. It's true. It's the power of love, the power from God. Well, I understand that you say I feel the pain about your mama, but for me, it's maybe strange to say, and that's also what I was talking with my brother and my sister. Maybe it's time for her to go, because you know what it is. Every time you have this stroke, every time go back to the hospital, every time stress. It's not a way of living. And I made a decision. I talked with my doctor about this. If my time is there, let's say if my time is there, and I'm living as a plant with all kinds of things around me that bleeps and everything, I told my doctor I don't want to live like that. I saw my mother like this and was really in shock, and I don't want to have this shock for everybody else. So I want to have the direction of my life and of my death in my own hands. So I don't know how to say this in English. Well, it has to do with that I decide when I'm going to die. When I go and do the thing that, okay, now it's time. Just give me the injection and I will go. Because I don't want to live like my mother, like she's living now, Last night, before she came into the hospital, she could not breathe anymore very good. And she was sitting down, sleeping, because she said to me, if I were lay down, I think that I would choke. So she said, I was afraid to lay down. And so I was sitting, sleeping. I said, Ma, but why didn't you call the ambulance? Yeah. My mother is very stubborn, really. It's like a big shit in a very small tube. Very stubborn. And I told her, but Ma, why didn't you sign up for that you take away your own life? Because this is also not life for you. Yes, she said, I didn't know that it existed. She said, but you are right. This is no life for me, definitely. I said, but then you can still ask the doctor, because you have constantly pain and going to the hospital and everything. And yeah, well, that's not so nice. But also for us, your children, it's not so nice to constantly going to the hospital. And again, this oh my God, Ma is still having another attack, and she's again lying on the floor for a night long, without pushing the button. So for help, she's very stubborn, as I said. But I know and I feel also that's one of these days, and I really don't hope that it is the Christmas time, because then every Christmas this is coming back, like I have on my birthday, that a friend of mine died on my birthday. It's a happy day and also a sad day together. So for me, I know it's very hard what I'm saying. For me, I think it's time for her to go. I think it's time for her to go in peace, go back to God, and go live another life. But that's me. Was she in a lot of pain? Can't understand it. I don't know exactly, because I'm not totally reading now, because I also have my own emotions here. So I'm sorry, I cannot answer this, Sylvia. That's why I always say, enjoy your life. You only live this life once. That's true. Definitely. Yeah. My heart is with you, Aad, but the pain and the confusion will all stop for her, and she will be whole and fulfilled with the Holy Spirit, definitely, and will feel warmth in the face of God. How glorious would that be? Very glorious. Amen to that. Somebody, wait a minute. I saw somebody. I feel what you're going through now. Well, Patricia, so you have the same with your mother then? Same here, Aad. Yeah. Oh my God, Aad, I was sitting like that last night. I had the same feeling. Oh, sitting like that, the same feeling. Yeah, euthanasieverklaring. I need to search this in Google Translate. I'm sorry. I really need to search this. Euthanasia statement. That's the one. That's what I want, so I can have my own direction of my life, the ending of my life. I think it's very important to think about this. I'm 57 years old. Yes, I'm that young. But I don't want, as I said, living like a plant and everything. And I already talked with my little nephew. That's not so little anymore. He's a huge guy. And I talked with him, and I said to him, I don't want to end up like grandma, like your grandmother. And he said, I understand you, uncle. He said, don't want the same. So I said to him, I have my euthanasia statement already, and I only have to say the word, and that's it. I know it's a long time from now. It's by far not the time for it, because I still have to go to America, Dave. I still have to do so much, and I want to also do so much, and my time is not here, not done yet. And there is also this house for children that I want to set up. So there's a lot going on, even though, and also I'm very young. Thank you all for your beautiful words. Patricia, so you have still also this with your mother. My mother passed 6 years ago, and her birthday is Christmas Day. You see, that's what I'm saying. I honor her by volunteering on Christmas and celebrate her spirit in this way. It's amazing, and I know she is right beside me. Definitely, definitely. She's also in your heart. But what for me is with passing on Christmas and passing on birthdays. I think the joy of it, because Christmas should be a little bit of joy, and also your birthday should be of joy. It puts a stamp on it, a sad stamp, I should say. and this is not what I want. But hey, you don't have everything to say. So, okay, I see we are now 2 minutes above 9, and I think let's close down. Just be sure, feel the energy of the crucifix, because that's what we are talking about, and some way, somehow, it went another way, but that's okay. That rhymes. Put the crucifix into your heart and into your soul, and feel the power. If you see some shop and it's very cheap, just buy it. It doesn't hurt you, you know. It doesn't hurt you. Just buy it and go and feel the extra love that's coming from it. Just like the love that I feel for you all. And with this, I'm gonna end this conversation, this show, filled with tears at the moment. That's okay, Cynthia. That's okay. Let those tears, let them all come out. It enlightens you. And for sure, your mama is with you. That's for sure. Thank you, Joke. And thank you, other Joke. 2 Jokes. Love you all. Love you too, Cynthia. And with that note, I say to Dave, would you be so kind to be a dear and flick the switch? Thank you.